Hey guys, what's up? I am back with another speed test. So in this video, we will be comparing the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra versus the last year iPhone 13 Pro Max. The iPhone 13 Pro Max is powered by Apple A15 Bionic SoC with 6GB of RAM, while the Galaxy S23 Ultra is powered by new Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy SoC with 8GB of RAM. So on the back we have a triple cameras on the iPhone versus a quad cameras on the Samsung. Samsung has a 200 megapixel f1.7 aperture with OIS main camera. Then we have 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 10 megapixel telephoto lens which give you a 3x optical zoom with OIS. We also have another 10 megapixel periscope lens which give you a 10x optical zoom with OIS. While on the iPhone 13 Pro Max, we have a 12 megapixel f1.5 aperture with a sensor shift OIS main camera. Then we have 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 12 megapixel telephoto lens which give you a 3x optical zoom with OIS. And the back on both phones is made up of glass. We have dual ion glass on the iPhone versus a covering Gorilla Glass Victus 2. The frame of the iPhone is made up of stainless steel, while Samsung has a armor aluminum frame. So on the bottom we have our USB-C on the Galaxy S23 versus a lightning port on the iPhone. The Galaxy S23 we are getting S Pen, which you don't find any other brand, which is a very unique thing. Also we have a stereo speakers on both phones. So I am very excited to see that how is the latest S23 is gonna perform against the last generation iPhone 13 Pro Max. So now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. So both phones is running on latest software. We have iOS 16.5.1 versus Samsung One UI 5.1. So iPhone 13 Pro Max faster when it comes to booting up. And the Galaxy also right behind there. We have 2 or 3 second difference between these devices when it comes to booting up. And now let's talk about the displays between these devices. And Samsung S23 has a 6.8 inch Quad HD Plus Dynamic AMOLED LTPO 120Hz refresh rate with Infinity O display on the center, while on the iPhone 13 Pro Max has 6.7 inch over Full HD Plus Super Retina XDR with a ProMotion 120Hz refresh rate. Also we have an Apple notch which looks outdated as compared to the punch hole on the Galaxy S23, and the bottom chin it is smaller on the iPhone 13 Pro Max because the iPhone 13 Pro Max has a completely flat frame. Boxier look on the Galaxy S23. S23 it feels more comfortable in the hand over the iPhone 13 Pro Max. So everything's closed up in the background, no application is running in the background. So phone dialer slightly faster on the S23 settings and that one faster on the iPhone. So now let's go to the display. We have 120Hz refresh rate on both phones, which is LTPO1. Now check out some more apps. Amazon shopping slightly faster on the S23. Scrolling fees absolutely smooth, as you can see, no jitters, anything like that. Now let's open that one faster on the S23. So now check out some games application. Candy Crush Saga, so slightly faster on the S23. Instagram faster on the S23. Let's spin out, slightly faster on the S23. Snapchat faster on the S23. Spotify same result. Subway Surfer you can see, and the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy is performed slightly faster. This time exactly the same performance on both phones, as you can see. So let me show the speakers on both phones. First on the Galaxy S23, here is a Samsung with max volume. And here is the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Yes, and speakers it is more louder on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. S23 has the second best speaker in my opinion in any mainstream flagship phone. Now let's see Temper N2 and 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy. It is a very powerful SoC, and this phone is with the iPhone 14 Pro Max, as you know. So S23 is taking the lead. Let's say PUBG Mobile, Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy, Apple A15. So S23 slightly faster there, as you can see. Also in that game we have smooth graphics with extreme frame rate with the Samsung versus a smooth graphics with 90 fps on the iPhone. So the gaming performance, it is more better on the iPhone. So now let's see Twitter, that is very similar. Zedge, and Zedge always open up faster on Android phones, while iPhone is taking so much time. As you can see, we also see ad. So anyways, now let's see scrolling, and that is feels really smooth. So last I'm launching the cameras on both phones, default camera application. So iPhone 13 Pro Max is slightly faster as far as the camera performance are concerned. I like the colors on the iPhone 13 Pro Max, while Samsung, it is not really far behind. Also, and the video performance, it is miles better on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Anyways, now let's look at the front facing camera. So both phones has a 12 megapixel selfie camera. So the selfie camera looks more wider on the iPhone. Okay guys, now let's see internet browsing speed. So I am seeing the for Samsung internet on the Galaxy S23 versus a Safari internet on the iPhone, and that is very similar, and scrolling feels really smooth, as you can see. No jitters, anything like that. So next on the list is apple.com, and that one faster on the Samsung. So scrolling feels really smooth, as you can see. No jitters, anything like that. So now check out RAM measurement on both phones, and the Galaxy S23 has 8GB of RAM, while the iPhone has a 6GB of RAM. So now let's see who is performed good in the RAM measurement. We have a lot of apps in the background. Phone dialer still there. Settings, Amazon shopping still there. Candy Crush Saga, Instagram, Pinout, Snapchat, Spotify, Subway Surfer, Temper and 2, PUBG. So far RAM measurement looks really good on both phones. And now let's see Twitter, Zedge, and last we're back to the internet browser where we left, as you can see. And guys, what I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see that, and the Galaxy S23 Ultra overall is performed slightly faster than the iPhone 13 Pro Max in system-based applications as well as in games. Mostly in games we even see a 2 or 3 second difference between these devices, which is obvious because the Galaxy S23 is beat the iPhone 14 Pro Max, as you know in my previous speed test. So keep that in mind. So in terms of the RAM wise, in that area, and both phones is performed very good in the RAM measurement. Not a single refresh on both phones. And now let's talk about the battery sizes. So the Galaxy S23 has a 5000 mAh battery size with 45 watt fast charging support, but no charger in the box, while with the iPhone we have 4352 mAh battery size with a 20 watt fast charging support, but again no charger in the box. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like this video. So do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos like this, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. And I will see you in my next video. Peace out.